Hi, I'm John. This is my show, A Sports Reckoning. So, I'm just going to clear up this one little issue about the baseball card exchange, is that everybody says they never would have put their reputation at risk to participate in this scam and shit, right? And so, let's talk about that. People, they say they never would put their reputation at, it's just like, I can't stress to you enough that how stupid that comment is. Okay, the only people that would say that, if you said that fucking comment, you're stupid. You're allowed to ask, why would he do it? And then you investigate and you start looking into it. But you're not allowed to place a judgment, a final decision that, oh, they would never do that. They would never do that. You don't know, without giving me some reasons why they would do it. I mean, come on. I can't stress that. Why do they do this? Because you're stupid. The public is fucking stupid, and these people right here, they proved that they think you're stupid. This is the whole thing. This is what I'm pissed off about, is that, and it's the battle, my personal battle is like, who am I more mad at? The public for being stupid, or the criminals for lying and cheating and stealing to the public? I actually don't know which one is worse. I personally, I blame the public for you being stupid. Because if you're not so stupid, then those people can't do what they do to you. So it doesn't matter if they have the desires and the will to cheat and lie and stuff. If you guys aren't so stupid, then they can't do it. Your whole job in the world is to at first always say, I don't believe you. I don't believe you until I see evidence. And then when your evidence is scrutinized and interrogated, it has to be validated. You can't just show me a piece of evidence and say this is evidence. No. We have to ask more follow-up questions. We have to get evidence. You people start saying, oh, I made up my decision, that's it, before you've got the evidence. And then what happens is in your human behavior is that these really smart, sophisticated people know that once you've formed a conclusion in your own head, it's extremely difficult to get that idiot who thinks he's got a valid opinion. It's extremely difficult for that idiot to say, oh, I was fooled, I'm the idiot, it's because I'm stupid. They never will take the blame upon themselves. They don't ever do that. It's extremely difficult to get that idiot to turn off of that opinion, that judgment of which they've already placed, which their judgment came about through false fucking evidence and shit. It was manipulated. It's because everything is supposed to be wrapped up quick. It's like a TV show. Okay, the killer killed the guy, and then they found the killer, now the killer's in jail. Oh, in 30 minutes, perfectly. They wrapped it all nice and neat in a nice package, and it's over. Now you don't have to think anymore and shit, because now you know the answers. They did this shit to you all through your whole fucking life. You were being subjected to this fucking mind control manipulation through fucking Hollywood fucking magic bullshit, witchcraft. They've been doing this shit to your whole life. So your idea of how to form thoughts and how conclusions are about and how it's all formed by the evil demonic fucking witchcraft of Satan and shit that they using through Hollywood and their fucking forms of their government politicians. They try, oh, let me put on a suit because when I put on a suit, people believe me and shit, right? And it's just all this shit of what you people think, how your thoughts are formed. You dumb public, what I keep saying about public, you dumb public are so fucking stupid that you don't even have thoughts. You're not capable of thinking. You're only capable of following in the path of what they've laid down for you to follow in. This is how stupid, the public is fucking stupid. And when I'm talking to you, if you don't understand that you were subjected to this stuff and all of these built-in traits are in you, and if you did not understand that it was built into you from the day you were born, that every single thing, all your thoughts have been controlled since the day you were born, manipulated, controlled by the school system, by the government, by fucking Hollywood, by all of it. And then what they use to do to totally get you off is they use these dumb fucking whores, these fucking little women, because women are beautiful. Women are fucking gorgeous. There's a bunch of fat, ugly, stupid women that are fucking gross as fuck too, but there's a whole shitload of these gorgeous fucking women, right? So then they just manipulate everything and focus your attention and getting you to crave and desire women, because once they've got your mind controlled in your thought process, and then they've got your your ambitions controlled by just seeking and desiring of women, they've got you. You're a fucking slave. You're a slave. Why do these fucking idiots fucking say the shit they do, talk the way they do? And it's like me. You're okay. I don't even like even saying this because it's like technically I just said it. It's like you don't ever hear me saying subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the bell. And okay, I don't ever like right now. I just said it, and it pisses me off that I even had to say it to say that I don't say it. Okay, so first thing I know. As soon as a motherfucker comes in here and asks for a subscription and all that, I know he's fake. He's fake. He's a slave. He's wanting to participate. What he's doing is following in the path of what they laid down for him to follow in. They told him, if you want to be an internet personality, you've got to be nice to the people. And you got to say, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And this is what they do. They're building up this, it's demonic, and it's a controlled speech patterns. It's controlled, they're slaves. And then they uplift these people. They show, look at, if you follow in this path, then you can get 1 million subscribers. Then the stupid idiots that I keep telling you how stupid the fucking morons are, those idiots, they're such idiots, and they think, look at, I could do that. I could do what that guy did. I can get on camera and I can fucking be nice to people and I can ask for subscriptions and maybe I can be a YouTube celebrity too. Because you fucking idiots, I swear to God, you fucking losers! Fuck, I hate you. Hey, fucking never talk about this shit because I'm talking to a bunch of fucking losers. God damn. Fucking idiots, man. Fucking losers. And then you get the stupidest fucking idiots. They can't deal with any kind of fucking objective criticism, so then they pull out a gun and kill you. They think, I'm tough. Dude, you're the stupidest form of a human being that there is. You're not capable of having a conversation, so you gotta prove your fucking strength by pulling out a gun and killing somebody? I mean, you're the dumbest, fucking lowest piece of shit scumbag that there is on this fucking planet. All you dumb motherfuckers. What's your problem is you're fucking dumb. It's not fucking the government's fault that you're dumb. You're dumb because you're fucking dumb. You allow yourself to be dumb. You allow yourself to be lied to. You like it, you dumb fucking hooker bitches. That's what you all are, you bunch of dumb hookers who want nothing more than just to get fucked your whole life and be taken care of by somebody else. You dumb hooker bitches. That's what you are, you slave, ignorant, motherfucking population bullshit losers. Fuck. So, this motherfucker, now let's just look at this motherfucker right here. He's old. People say, why would he do what he did? Shit. So first of all, let's look what he actually did. And now when you see that what he actually did, you know there was a scam. Right off of the bat. It's a scam. He just proved to you that this was all a fucking scam. So this was the letter that he released and shit, right? So he says, in March 2021, we were asked to provide our good faith opinion. Just an opinion. I'm just giving my opinion. There's no legal obligations here. I'm just giving my opinion. So I mean, see how he's chickening out? He's not even fucking standing by his work. He's just saying, this is my good faith opinion. And verify that the Pokemon case had not been previously opened or tampered with. Now, here's the key. He says that it's a Pokemon case that has not been previously opened or tampered with. Now, that word, this is everything right there. The whole fucking thing. He says he's just verifying that the case was not previously opened or tampered with, but he called it a Pokemon case. Okay? He's not allowed to call it a Pokemon case because all he verified was that the case was not opened or tampered with. He didn't verify that it was a Pokemon case. This is the whole thing. He did not verify that it was a Pokemon case, that the contents inside were Pokemon. He never verified that. All he did was verify that the case that was presented to him, which appeared to be a Pokemon case, that it was not, it appeared to have age to it and it appeared to not be tampered with. That's what he's claiming. But when he says that word Pokemon case, that's a lie. He never verified that it was a Pokemon case. It's just a case. He's not saying that he verified that it's a Pokemon case. He did not verify that. It was claimed to have been a Pokemon case. See, the wording of what they use don't actually explain this shit, and the population's so fucking stupid, they can't understand simple words and understand what the words mean and what do they really mean. What did he really say? That the Pokemon case, so the Pokemon case is only verified through the Mealy Pops and that Jacob guy by them presenting it to him as a Pokemon case. Where's the verification that this is a Pokemon case? Because that's the whole question. Is it a Pokemon case? The real question's not about who cares if it's sealed. That's not the real question. The real question is it a Pokemon case? You're here to verify that it's a Pokemon case. Then you verify that it's not been tampered with. First you have to prove it's a Pokemon case, of which they never did. Nobody ever did that. Nobody ever verified it's a Pokemon case, therefore it's a scam from the beginning, with all these key players involved are guilty of that. And they all knew it. There's no way possible that this guy does not know that he did not verify the contents of the case. He did not verify that that case came from Pokemon. He did not verify that. Didn't do any of that work. What he did was verify that the case had not been tampered with in his good-faced, honest opinion and stuff, right? That's all he was doing, his expert opinion. So, him being that type of expert, should he have wrapped a box that he doesn't know what the contents of the case are and that he didn't verify what it was? No, he should not have done that. He should have not have stamped his label on that box not knowing what the contents of the case is. He didn't verify it, and clearly he didn't verify it because that Rattle Pokemon debunked it as soon as he started looking at it and actually started doing an investigation of what you would do. Then he said, this is not verified. It's not authenticated. It's not, the case itself of what the contents are has not been authenticated, and the Rattle Pokemon totally exposed that. There was no doubt about that. It was easy enough for him to do. This guy at the Bbce is supposed to be an expert of dealing with shit like this for over 20 years, and he didn't know how to verify the contents and know how to go to the source to get the actual information. That's not what he did. All he did was verify that he believed that this case that was presented to him, which was presented as a Pokemon case, he's saying that he verified that it was sealed and not tampered with, okay? He's not even claiming that he fucking verified the contents of the case. So, the people, the Mealy Pops and the Jacob guy, they're in the business. They're in the business of selling real merchandise. You sell real stuff, or you're a scammer, you're a thief, and you should be looked upon that way. You should be arrested. Just like the people in the Dallas card show that were selling the fake Brady cards and the fake PSA slabs. What happened to them? They were arrested, dragged out in handcuffs, perp walked. Why aren't these people being arrested, dragged in fucking handcuffs and put in jail? They all pulled the same crime. They sold a product of which was never verified, and they claimed that it had been verified. That's a crime. That's a fucking crime. These are criminals. I don't know why you people fucking always standing up for fucking criminals. I mean, it's pathetic. Why are you defending fucking criminals? They're fucking criminals. The guy told you right here, I never verified that it was a Pokemon case. I verified that the case had not been previously opened or tampered with. That's all he verified. He didn't even fucking do it, right? So the people are stupid as fuck, man. I can't even stress how stupid the population is. Just so fucking stupid. Now, these guys, okay? Now let's listen to what he says. And what I want you to do is, the guy, I believe his name's Steve, the guy from the Bbce, the owner, okay? Watch his hand movements, and then we're going to get into his facial movements and stuff. And now they call this, I've seen on recently, because I'm aware of these tics and stuff, because they're tweakers, they're methamphetamine users, they're drug addicts. They have all these tics. And so I've seen it on TV recently that they're calling those tics, they've got a name for it. It's called tardive dyskinesia, something like that, right? And now they've got a pill. You can go get a pill. Fucking big pharma. They're disgusting and shit, right? So watch the guy's hands, because he shows the signs of being OCD. He's constantly flickering with his glasses with his hands, and then I'm going to show you the facial tics of what is known as tardive dyskinesia. But what it really is like when you're fucking like me, you could call me white trash and shit. You could call me all that. You could call me white trailer trash, all that shit. That would fit technically. There's a form of that exists in me and shit. So I also have lived I grew up in LA, but I moved out to the desert because I just hate the big city of LA. It's just disgusting. You need more of like an area where you move around freely and you can breathe in the fucking desert. It's beautiful and shit. But also in the desert, you run into a lot of these white trailer trash tweakers, the white tweaker trailer trash people, motherfuckers, right? A lot of them. I've been all around them motherfuckers, lots and lots and lots of them. So I know very well of how the personality of tweakers and meth users, right? I know them very well. I know them. I know them really, really well, right? And so what I'm going to show you is that the Steve guy is showing all the signs of being that he was a meth user for all of these years of what he built his company. It's because he was a meth user. And when you see that the company of which he built, then when you understand meth users, you understand that he's a tweaker. He's a fucking tweaker and shit, right? So first here, let's go and listen to what he says right here, a little piece.
They want to rip it.
They don't want to keep them sealed.
Right.
People want the cards.
And then do they grade it?
A lot.
That's mainly Charizard. Yeah.
You were asking me about the reason PSA packs are backed up. They got to ship them then and ship them to me, ship them back. The real reason is because it's it's flooded with Pokemon.
Really?
That's all I do is Pokemon packs.
So interesting.
By the hundreds, by the thousands.
Okay, so he's saying that PSA ships their Pokemon, their unopened sealed Pokemon packs for him to verify. And then he verifies them, and I guess then they send them back to PSA and they get slabbed and shit. Okay, so PSA is a huge company, the Collector's Universe brand, and PSA is under their umbrella and shit. And they've just bought Card Ladder and stuff. They're big, they're huge. PSA is legit in the industry. And so what happens was when you're a company like that, you don't want to outsource. Now, if you had a Pokemon pack of cards and you were sending it to PSA, and you found out that they were outsourcing it, so it had to be shipped again to another guy, and then it had to be shipped back to PSA. If you actually understood that it went through that process, would you do that? And then PSA is not authorizing it. They're outsourcing it. PSA, it was not authenticated by PSA. It's outsourced, and it's being authenticated by a baseball card exchange. It's not being graded by PSA. Not being graded by PSA graders who are on the PSA payroll. This is being outsourced. So right there, you know that PSA does not want to do that as a company, and PSA wants to buy this company. Now, this company has a name in the card industry, the baseball card exchange, that wrapped logo for unopened baseball packs. They'll do all kinds of stuff too. It's like the G.I. Joe cards. Well, they'll verify a G.I. Joe box too. That's what they do and stuff, right? But I guess the Pokemon case was a more rare thing. That's not something really much of what they had done and stuff. He was doing the packs and shit, right? So PSA has to want to buy this company because people are saying, why would this guy do it? Why would they do it? Now look at, if PSA is purchasing this company, they're not purchasing it because they're not going to pay him the value of his company because he owns a contract with PSA. Okay, so if some other company was going to buy his company and he had an existing contract for like 5 more years or 10 more years, well, then that's guaranteed business of which the people who are going to buy the company would evaluate his company as what the value is, and because they would say, well, he's guaranteed this much of business a year because he's got this contract from PSA. So that contract would hold value if some other company was buying it. But if PSA buys the company, that's a different thing. Why would that contract hold any value to PSA if PSA wants to buy the company? So this is what I'm trying to talk to you people. You have to actually ask real questions, difficult questions I can't answer, okay? But I know that these are the kind of questions of which you need to be asking and shit, because these are where the answers will be found if you want to clarify all of this shit, right? That's what I do. I can ask questions and get people to clarify things because you need to know where to go look. And you get that answer, then that'll clarify things, and that's how you build a better thing. You have to start. You got to just start, and you got to be willing to be wrong from the beginning. beginning, I have to be willing to be wrong to be able to come out here and make statements like this. Because if I'm not willing to be wrong, then I'm not going to go further investigate and try and get better understandings of the circumstances myself and shit, right? So that's what you have to do. But nobody wants to be wrong. Fucking losers, man. You're afraid to be wrong? Oh, God, you pathetic fucking losers and shit. So, this guy, he's old. Okay, I'm 50 years old, so I can look at this guy and tell you he's got to be at least 60. You know, how old is he? He's got to be at least 60 years old and shit, right? So, what's the chances that maybe this guy's dying from cancer? Because people say, why would he do this? Why would he do it? Okay, well, maybe he's dying from cancer and his plans is to sell the company off. You know, we don't know what the fucking circumstances revolving around this are. We don't know any of this stuff. Now, the people say that his brand is worth less money now that this incident happened, and I rebuke that fucking that argument. I say no. That there's a thing said. It's the way it goes is that no, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Now, there is such thing as bad publicity, like Michael Jackson. When Michael Jackson's being labeled a pedophile, that's bad publicity, okay? So, yeah, you can get bad publicity, which will affect your endorsement deals and stuff like that, but it still didn't stop Michael Jackson from being the king of pop. There's still all kinds of people that love him, all the stuff, you know, that never believed that stuff, whatever stuff. But there is a negative thing there, okay? But now let's look at this guy. The bad publicity from this is not bad. A Pokemon box of something that he doesn't... His company's not built around Pokemon cases. His company and his reputation is built around sports authenticating of those cases and shit, right? And so, like, that's the thing. When he authenticates those cases, because I know there's a big, like, 86 Fleer case out here that he is supposed to have verified. Now, did he just verify that case wasn't open? Or did he verify that was an actual case that came from Fleer? I would have to watch... I'd have to go watch more video, do more research to see, technically, okay, well, how does he do this in the past? Is he actually verifying the contents of the case, or is he just verifying the case? You know? So what will happen is, like, if anybody out there opens up any of his stuff, right, and it turns out to be legit, okay, well, that's just going to validate that he was doing good work for all of those years, and that you could trust all of the previous work of what he had done with his sports-related merchandise. And that's the part of his company that would be worth money, of which PSA would be purchasing that company. They care about that, okay? Now, it's called brand name recognition. Now, right before this happened, if you asked all these people out here that are making videos, basically... I mean, lots and lots of them. There's a lot, because there's people that are directly in the baseball cards stuff that are making videos. But there's other people that are making videos, like, that are thinking about Logan Paul. People that are just, like, doing stuff like that. Okay, those people never heard of baseball card exchange. Okay? So, brand name recognition. Just the fact now that you people recognize that brand name, and if the sports card people don't turn away from it, if they keep endorsing it, like I say, if PSA buys this brand, and now this brand becomes under the PSA umbrella, and then everybody would just say that that's the brand. If you want to get your case, that's the brand of which you would go. It gives brand name recognition. It gives a larger attention and credibility to the brand. It makes the brand more valuable. It brought advertisement, brought more eyes on it, which brings people to recognize that brand, makes the brand more valuable. The brand is more valuable. I don't care what any of you dumb motherfuckers out there saying that his company is less valuable and he destroyed his company. It's like, you're stupid. He just got a shitload of recognition towards his brand. That brand is more valuable now. Simple as that. I mean, people are dumb. Why would he do it? Oh, the brand's more valuable now. That doesn't, just because this incident happened, that doesn't devalue his brand. It brought up a lot of attention to his brand, which gives his name now brand name recognition, which increases the value of the brand. These people can't even ask simple questions or have simple understanding of basic business. And I never went to college, so I don't know shit about fucking stuff, but I can understand basic business. So I'm talking about how dumb the fucking population is, how stupid. They're dumb as fuck. So, like I said, all this stuff, we don't know that this guy is not dying. We don't know that he's not planning to sell the company anyways. We don't know that PSA hasn't been in the works of trying to buy his company. We don't know any of that stuff. We don't know what his personal reasons would be for doing stuff and misleading the public. We don't know. But he did it. He was involved in it. Now, and like I said, he's probably was a tweaker his whole life. He's a meth user. Now, when you know people that are on speed and meth users, what they do is like, it's like car mechanics. Like they call these like white trash, because you'll see them always out working on their cars. Because tweakers love to fidget with stuff. They'll spend all night, all fucking night. They'll be up all night fidgeting. That's what they want to do. They want to fidget with shit. They want to stay up all fucking night and fidget with shit, right? So, isn't that a perfect job for a tweaker to have a warehouse full of this stuff that he wants to grade? So what was this guy doing all these past years, his actual job? His job was to spend time in a warehouse alone and be fidgeting with all this stuff and keeping his eyes in the focus. That's tweaker. That's what a tweaker, that's like a dream job for a meth user, right? A dream job for a tweaker. Dream job. He could stay up all night in his warehouse, tweaked out, all fucking drugged out of his mind. So I would say that this guy, the thing that's negative is that you would see that all of those old cases and things that have been taking place and graded, I would assume that they were being graded by a guy under the influence of methamphetamine. I would assume that. And now I'm going to show you. Let's get in close so you people. Okay, now watch his facial movements and his facial tics. Like I said, they're technically calling this tardive dyskinesia, but since I've been around white trash culture and tweakers and stuff, I know this facial tics and these movements as the product of being somebody who's been under methamphetamine use for a long period of time. Now watch.
So we are here with the man, the legend, Steve Hart, the owner of Baseball
See
Card
that
Exchange.
shit?
Look, you can see it. The
See
case
his
is wrapped.
face?
It's a Pokemon First Edition base set booster box case.
See his
we don't know of
face?
any others that we've ever. Have you ever seen one?
See that
I
shit?
haven't heard of one existing in a long time.
So for all you watching,
See
Baseball
his
Card
face?
Exchange wraps,
See
cases,
that?
packs, and all these things. They're not accepting Pokemon at this time, right?
Sealed cases we will do.
Sealed cases they will do.
Yep.
But it's
See
so
it?
unique in
See
the sense
it?
that what this does is
See it?
authenticating from experts,
He
seals,
can't stop
box
it.
quality,
It's bad.
looking for fakes and all those things. So we love that because
It's-
we need more of this.
It's bad. It's bad. Okay? So, anybody who has spent time around methamphetamine users would identify that guy as a meth user. A long-term meth. Now, right now, he's probably clean. He's probably not using any meth right now and stuff. But all this time of which he built his company, he probably was a meth user. And now, so what's actually taking place with this guy in his real life? And so, like I said, if this guy was a drug addict his whole career, and now you're going to trust him? But now you got to trust him. And no, he was doing it for the good of the community and shit. It's like, dude, he can't be trusted. Fucking looks like a fucking tweaker who built his whole company just so he could sit in a warehouse and fucking tweak out on fucking cards and shit all fucking night. Fucking tweaker, man. So, this guy, when people are saying, why would he do it and stuff, it's like, well, he's a tweaker for his whole fucking life. And now he's old, so how do we know that he doesn't want to get rid of, maybe he's got some kind of bad medical condition and he's dying. How do we not know? Because, what's the chances that he's got kids or family members that want to take over his business? I don't know. But does he? Do they want to take over his business? Or does he not have people that want to take over his business? So now he needs to sell his business off because he doesn't want to have to die and leave him the company. He would rather sell it off, right? Just think about the reality. Let's say this guy's about to die within a year. Let's say, okay, so we're right in the beginning of the year. Okay, my prediction, a simple prediction, this dude will be dead before 2023. That's a prediction that's very, very possible. It's one of the, now, my two predictions were revolving around this guy would be, I say there's a good chance this dude's dead before next year, and I say that there's a good chance that his company gets purchased by PSA. Okay? That would be my predictions of what you would want to see. Like what I said, when I'm talking about the Gary Vee and the larger scale, the bigger planning of what's involved here, is that it's long term. They have long term goals of things. You guys are all looking on the short term and they're thinking on the long term. So my long term prediction for this guy's involvement is that maybe he's dying, and then secondly, his company's probably going to be purchased by PSA. And then with these guys, the Mealy Pops, now these guys pulled a scam. There's no doubt about it, because the guy just told you that he did not verify that the case was a Pokemon case. He verified that the case had not been tampered with. Mealy Pops, that case had red flags all over it. That case was never verified. There's no way possible that a guy with that's supposed to have the credibility of a guy at the level of the Mealy Pops guy, right? In the industry, there's no way possible a guy like that would not understand that you have to verify the contents of the case before you could sell it off. There's no way possible. He did not verify the contents of the case. The case had never been verified. But they claimed it was and sold it at a large amount of money. Do you think he would have done that? I don't think he's that kind of criminal. I don't think that they're criminal like that. That's why I said that there had to be a scam with Logan Paul involved. And when you see the bigger picture, what you find out is that Gary Vee was probably the mastermind orchestrator of this whole plan, because it wouldn't be Logan Paul going to Mealy Pop saying, let's pull this scam. It would be Gary Vee. And if Gary Vee is talking to these guys and orchestrating this kind of level of a scam, there has to be some other something else that Gary Vee offered them. Which one thing is their friendship. You know, there's a south and the southern, they have all these little sayings. You know, they say stuff, but you know, so one of them would be like, oh well, one likes friends who has friends. You know, one likes friends who has friends. So would these guys be better friends with Gary Vee after they were involved in this deception? And with Logan Paul, are they better friends with them? Which Gary Vee has lots of contacts and is working in all kinds of different ways. And we don't know that Gary Vee's not offering these guys a TV deal for a baseball card shop. We don't know what was in the works. That's what I'm saying when you people say, why would they do it? Because they're hooked up with Gary Vee now. And Gary Vee is offering them things of which we are not aware of. There's all kinds of other things. And like I said, the drink company. The other thing is these guys are now, it's insider trading too, which they should all be arrested for. If you find out that if these guys ever end up owning any kind of a piece of that prime drink company, or if they invest in shares of that prime drink company, and then if the company gets bought by Pepsi or Coke and these guys stand to make a great deal of money, that's insider trading. They should go to jail for that. That's insider trading, because they were involved in this scam to boost it up, but they knew that they were boosting it up so that they could gain profits. That's like stock manipulation. It's crimes. It's real fucking crimes. Serious fucking crimes. But who's to call them out on their fucking crimes, and who's to have understanding of their crimes unless you know the big picture and you're actually investigating? Who's going to look at it? And then what happens is, what you find out is the government and stuff, is that these guys are, as long as these guys start talking the political viewpoints of which the government wants them to talk, then the government doesn't investigate those guys. That's how it works. And that's why I say one likes friends who have friends, and that's how it is. They all get in that inside friends thing, and then these guys, if the government wants to use them for a thing, for propaganda over the population to lie and manipulate them, then these guys go right out and lie and manipulate for the population, so that they got the government backing them up, so that they're allowed to go do insider trading deals with stocks and shit and keep robbing and manipulating the population. There had to be a bigger payoff. These guys aren't like the Mealy Pops. He's not going to risk his entire business and stuff over a couple $1,000,000. He's not going to risk everything over a couple million unless there's some other much bigger deal of where that gained him a lot of favor by doing the scam. He got in with some bigger players, of which he's got a much larger payday coming for. That's what they're doing. It's a crime. They're all fucking criminals. They're all scamming the public. And as I say, the only reason they're allowed to do this is because you motherfuckers are stupid as fuck.